Hey, baby, Francis, let's get it on, baby. If you serious about what you're saying, for I am serious about what I'm saying. Let's get it on once and for all. Your power against my power. Let's test it out, baby. Hey, if you down, I'm down. We can go to the motherland too, baby. Africa! Let's go.
Wow. That was Deontay Wilder, aka Bomb Squad, calling out Francis Ngannou, right? Now I know. As a pugilist enthusiast, a boxing purist like myself, and you all too, you're not really too excited for this fight. But I'm gonna tell you why this is not just appealing to the casual. You're probably gonna be intrigued as well. I'm telling you.
Hello guys, this is Rolly Romero.
Yo, my name is Nonito Donaire. What's up guys, it's Anders Eyes.
We're here with Bob Santos Boxing.
And I rock with Dr. Boxing Talk.
I want to give a quick shout out to Dr. Boxing Talk.
And I want to give a big shout out to Dr. Boxing Talk. Thank you for all the love, thank you for all the support.
You're rocking with Dr. Boxing Talk. Get your daily news from my man right here, the best in the business. Let's get it, baby.
All day, baby.
Amen.
Bam!
If I tell you I'm good, probably you'll say I'm boasting. If I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Talk family? Welcome back to your favorite boxing news channel, Dr. Boxing Talker. We are back for another YouTube video. Banger, man. Yes, sir. Yes, man. Remember what time it is? Doctor's in the house, man. So check this out. But before we get to it, don't forget to smack that like button. Let's do it together. Appreciate you. That helps us to keep going and growing on this YouTube platform. But check this out. Deontay Wilder, has called out Francis Ngannou. So obviously, we have two different worlds clashing, right? Both in the combat sports realm, but different genres, right? We have the boxer versus the MMA artist, And so I think that this fight is interesting, of course, especially for the casual fans, the ones that don't really pay attention, don't really care about fundamentals and technique and style matchups and all this other stuff. They just care about people punching and getting punched on, right? This is going to be intriguing. You have a huge puncher, if not one of the biggest punchers ever in boxing history, in Deontay Wilder. Woo! Let's go! And then you have another big puncher, if not one of the biggest punchers ever in MMA history, a heavyweight, Francis Ngannou, right? So that's going to build enough intrigue for everybody that is not really a boxing purist. Now, I want to say this, as a pugilist enthusiast myself, a boxing purist, aficionado, and all that good stuff in bonbons, we all talk boxing heavily. So this is not a fight that I'm looking forward to, but I got to be honest, man. Francis Ngannou, he is 0-2 in boxing, right?
Damn! I'm sorry.
But both times he fought two of the former big three of the heavyweight division. Now I'm talking about going way back, right? Because remember, not right now, of course, Alexander Usyk is that guy, right?
Yeah.
But back in the day, the big three was Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua. And if you want to go big four, you could throw Louis King Kong Ortiz in there. But we're going to focus on the three, right? So Francis Ngannou has fought two of the three. He fought Tyson Fury, and you'd be a liar if you say that that fight wasn't exciting. Because remember, he did this to Tyson Fury.
Well, what do we have here, folks?
Yeah, he put him on his back pockets. I mean, touched the canvas. That was so unexpected, right? So that was interesting. Even though he ended up losing that fight, some people thought it was controversial and that he could have even won that fight, right? And then AJ, that was crazy in itself. Oh, you don't remember?
The focus.
Oh shit! Oh! Oh, right hand! Anthony Joshua is tagging him, man. Just tagging him with a nice jab. Oh my gosh, not like this! Oh my gosh!
Not like this. Not like this.
His lip is bleeding? No, man. Come on, Ngannou. 38 seconds left in the second round. Anthony Joshua had to blitz him right now. I'd have blitzed him if I was... Oh my God! Oh my God! And that's my reaction to what AJ did to Deontay Wilder. So at the end of the day, I'm not saying that we should be super excited because let's face it, right? Deontay Wilder, he didn't look that good in his last performance despite winning against Tyrell Herndon. And he is, 40 years old and he has almost 50 fights. So I think he's on the decline in his career. But if he wants to fight, that's his passion. Who am I to tell a grown man not to pursue their passions? You know what I'm saying? I just wish that he would be safe because I do like Deontay Wilder. But you know me, if you pay attention to this channel, I'm firmly against the guys that are older coming back and being a shell of themselves. Not because I'm a hater, I don't think that they're good, but I just don't want them to potentially get hurt, thinking that they could do something that they're incapable of at this point in their career. So I'm not really for Manny Pacquiao coming back, Deontay Wilder coming back, Vladimir Klitschko, Nonito Donaire. But I'm saying that from a good point because these are legends and I respect them. I don't want to see them get hurt. You know what? Even if it's Mike Tyson, whoever it is, Roy Jones, especially James Toney, I can go on and go on. I just want them to be safe, but it's up to them, you know, at the end of the day. And I will say this though, Francis Ngannou, you know, most importantly, my sincerest condolences to Francis Ngannou. Every time I think about him, man, I think about the fact that he lost his son. Was it earlier this year or late last year? You know, my sincerest condolences go out to the Ngannou family, man. God bless him and God rest his soul. But you know, on a to get off of that solemn note, you know, Francis Ngannou, you know, he is an interesting fight. You know, it is what it is. And call it what you want. They are, I'm not going to say interesting. They end up being intriguing and they end up sparking interest because, like I said, he's been in the ring twice and they were both explosive. You see what I'm saying? Now, I will say this, though. The reason why I am excited or cool with this fight, like I said, I'm not like from a boxing purist standpoint. I could think of a multitude of other matchups I'd rather see, you know, but I wouldn't be opposed to this fight because Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury are both more fundamentally sound than Deontay Wilder, right? And Francis Ngannou, like I said, he dropped Tyson Fury. He managed to do that. So that's intriguing. But Anthony Joshua obliterated him, right? But I will say this. Remember, Anthony Joshua is an Olympic gold medalist. Now, obviously, Deontay Wilder, the bronze bomber, he's a bronze medalist, but we all know that he has the equalizer of a right hand. He has superior athleticism. And that's what really got him to where he's at. So it should be applauded that he was his arsenal was kind of limited and he was still able to be a world champion and be considered one of the best and the most glamorous division in the heavyweight division, right? But Anthony Joshua is more fundamentally sound. I don't think anybody will argue with that, right? So I think that's why he was able to systematically and quickly break down Francis Ngannou. Deontay Wilder, on the other hand, I still think Deontay Wilder would beat Francis Ngannou, but it wouldn't be such a fundamental advantage because the way he approaches fighting is different than Anthony Joshua. So even from that standpoint, it's still a little bit interesting. Now, like I said, I'm not advocating that this fight should happen. And of course, according to Shelly Finkel, you know, Deontay Wilder's manager, I mentioned this in the video before as well. You know, I talked about this a couple months ago, but he was saying that Deontay Wilder has a fight potentially in Korea, you know, South Korea specifically. However, he did also say this. He said, if the money is right, then that's where his next fight will be. And then Deontay Wilder now with this update, he said, hey, man, I'm looking to fight Francis Ngannou. You know, we could even do it on the beautiful continent of Africa. He didn't specify which country in Africa, but it's funny that Deontay Wilder is really doing his thing, man. How can you knock that? He has a fight potentially in Asia, specifically South Korea, that country. And then he has a fight potentially in Africa, which they didn't specify a country. I'm thinking it could be in Ghana or Nigeria or maybe even the Cameroon where Francis Ngannou is from. You never know, but I just think that's a hell of a ride for a heavyweight, especially one that's perceived as being past his prime, right? So I think I'm excited for it. I'm not advocating for it. I'm not super excited for it, but I do think it has the ingredients to make the recipe for an interesting fight. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think about that. That's just my personal opinion. Do you want this fight to happen? Do you care if a fight happens? Like I said, I'm not saying that I want it to happen, but if it happened, you best believe I'm gonna watch it. Oh, you better believe that. You know what I'm saying? No matter which way it go, but I'm leaning towards Deontay Wilder because of his boxing experience and superior expertise in the boxing realm. We know that's where it will go down. I would go with Deontay Wilder, but shout out to Francis Ngannou and Deontay Wilder if they can make this fight happen, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Don't forget to smack that like button, but most importantly, remember with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace.
From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.